What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tier list of the best Guardians in Disney Mirrorverse. So let's get straight into the video. Starting in the melee category, we have Ariel. Ariel is insane, her damage is ridiculous. She cleanses debuffs and gives 12% attack, and that stacks up to 10, and that's her core ability. Her special attacks knock back opponents and does 600% damage, so running her with a good support Guardian is insane. She is incredible for just going in and out and just attacking your opponents, and she's very overlooked at the moment. A lot of people say that characters like Mulan and like that are the best, but she is by far the best, and she is an endgame meta champ, and you definitely want her in your team. Moving over to the best support, we have a few options here. So first we have the best, Jack Skellington. Now he is currently an exclusive champion. If you played the beta, you had a chance to get him. He is definitely one of the best. He will come in the future, but yeah, he's definitely someone to get. So Jack's Heavy purges one buff from its target. When one of your guardians purge a buff, Jack regens 2.5% and gives 10% attack buff for 10 seconds. His special gives 10% attack to all guardians until the end of the encounter, and all guardians heal 2.5% health per second for 5 seconds, so that's 12.5% health regenerated for all your guardians per special. Now that is OP, and he's someone you really need in your team when he does come out in the future. So another really good and top of the class is actually Mickey Mouse, but he's pay to win at the moment, so I'm not really going to go into that, but if you do get him, definitely focus on taking him up. Another insane support is Hiro. He is insane. Hiro connects to a random guardian at the start of the fight. When connected, Hiro and the Guardian have 25% resistant special damage, so you use a heavy manually to connect to a Guardian anytime during a fight. Once per encounter, when connected to a Guardian who is below 50% health, they gain 0.75 health per second for 8 seconds, so that's 6% health regened in total. So when Hiro uses special, all the above applies to all Guardians for 8 seconds. So his core ability applies to all Guardians for 8 seconds, but when Hiro's special is active, all effects from his core ability is doubled, and all Guardians heal 1.2% health per second for 8 seconds. So in total, that's 12% health gained. So he is insane. You just want to go into the fight, connect to your Guardian, connect to your melee, because obviously melees are normally weaker because they're normally, you know, in the full front getting hit when they go in. So you want to connect to one of them and just regen like crazy. So for range, we have a few options here. First we have Gaston. Gaston, I recently got him as a 5-star on my secondary account, and let me just say he is insane. So his heavy attack conflicts bleed, dealing 20% damage for 5 seconds. He gains 15% crit chance when opponents are wounded. Special deals 300% damage, and if the opponent is wounded, 500% more damage, so that's 800% damage total per special. So what you want to do is just throw your heavy attack, get that wounded on, and your damage is going to be ridiculous. So he's one of the best for so many different types of content. If you wanted to go from story mode to some of the towers, he's insane for that, and overall he's just a ridiculously good champion to have in your team. Another ranged that is up there joint with Gaston is Zerg. Zerg is absolutely insane. Whilst holding down heavy, Zerg enters rapid fire mode, automatically using basic attacks twice as fast as usual. So every time you heavy, it's just rapid fire aiming, locking onto all your opponents and just going insane. I was testing him out earlier and it was ridiculous. So while in rapid fire mode, Zerg gains a 25% defensive buff, and this stacks only one time, so that's really good to have. Each second Zerg stays in rapid fire mode, he gains a 20% focus buff that each lasts for as long as he is in the mode, so that stacks up to 3. So basically your damage is going to ramp up insanely quick, and that is just making it way better. So his special ability, Zerg deals 200% damage in a small circle around his current target, and Zerg inflicts shock, dealing 40% damage per second for 5 seconds. So that is also incredible. Zerg can also armor steal from his opponent, so he's really good against armor builders like Maui and Mr. Incredible. He is very good against them and he steals their armor, so he is very good. If you have him, definitely take him up. Another honorable mention is Tron, but currently he's not available unless you play the beta, so we're not going to go and talk about him. Moving on to the best tank, we have Maui. Every time opponents gain a buff, Maui gets 10% defense buff, and this stacks 10 times. And also Heavy has 50% chance to get a defense buff, so this helps stack it up very quickly. Special does 400% damage and knocks back all opponents around him. Maui grants 3% armor to all guardians for each defense buff he has, so if you have 10, that is 30% armor for all guardians, and when you use his special, all of his defense buffs gets removed. He's really good for people like Ariel, who does rely on having support. An honourable mention we have is Baymax. Now Baymax is somebody who I had when I first started the game, and he did carry me through a lot of content. He is immune to poison and a wound, so he can't get wounded. He gets defensive buff for 25%, and his armor field for a special gives armor to all guardians, and this builds up very fast, so he's very good to have when you're in a situation where you're about to die, so you just pop the special, all your guardians around you will start getting armor, so he's very good to have. I would say most guardians are good in this game to use when you're just starting off. A really good guardian I'm using right now is Sully. Sully is really good for me right now because of his insane tankiness. But obviously when you're starting to get to endgame content, you're going to need counters, and these are the type of champions that you want to be using because they are ridiculously insane. Now there are some I've missed off the list, but currently this is my, I've been playing with a couple of these, and I've seen tier lists and other videos of people ranking these. I've also looked at others, and they're not as good as these ones here in terms of their abilities and where you can use them inside of the game at the current stage. That's about it for today's video. If you did like it, please leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.